When I read stories like this, I just shake my head. I work at a warehouse in California, and my manager is a 41-year-old Mexican female with 4 kids. She's been married for 13 years now. Her initials are JR. She talks glowingly about her husband all the time. She brings him to all of our work events, and he is a very nice guy. See, she said he is a very nice guy. Unfortunately, this nice guy will get hammered in divorce court, and they live in California. Nice guys don't make it to the finish line. But he has no idea that his wife sleeps with multiple people who also work at the warehouse, mainly the yard drivers. She flirts with them in Spanish on the walkie-talkies all day long and sneaks around throughout the day to have sex with them. She would disappear from her work area for 30 minutes, an hour at a time, and then come back looking and smelling like she just did the deed. Wow. Don't tell me she is having sex at work. That's crazy. If she is doing this at work, she deserves to get caught. She thinks no one knows about it, but I notice it every time, and it's gotten to the point I feel terrible for her husband because he truly has no clue. She is a very mean woman who treats pretty much everybody like crap, except for the guys she sleeps with. I had suspected she has been sleeping with someone for quite a while now, but it's none of my business, so I never mentioned it to anyone until a few days ago while we were on a break. Another foreman in an adjacent department came to me frustrated and upset. I asked him what's wrong, and he immediately went off saying, "It's that damn whore, JR." He then proceeded to tell me how they had slept together multiple times while they were partnered together doing a training seminar for new hires. This is crazy. This woman has a good man who is also working 2 jobs to take care of his family, and this is how she repays him? I just did a video on why it may not be a good idea to get married. This is what all men are afraid of. I am not saying every marriage will end because of infidelity, but damn, reading stories like this, being single might be a wise investment. Everything was all good between them, but then I guess they had a falling out because she slept with one of his top associates in his department, which caused a ton of infighting between the 2 guys. In the midst of them, the 2 guys having an argument about both of them sleeping with her, another guy chimed in and revealed he slept with her too. And her husband has no idea. She is sleeping with all these men and putting his health at risk. So, in explaining this to me, the foreman expressed that he was just really fed up with her lies and was mad that she started ignoring him. He had planned on exposing her to everyone in the warehouse and even telling her husband, but decided not to. What the hell did he think was going to happen? If he snitched on her, his job could be in jeopardy as well. Remember, he slept with her, but we don't know what kind of policy this company has about dating in the workplace. So now, rumors have been flying around throughout the company about her, and it seems like every day a new guy has a story about how they slept with her too. It's gotten kind of sad and disgusting at this point because she genuinely carries herself as if she's this super religious, holier than thou Catholic woman, when in reality she cheats on her husband daily. I literally see her every day sneaking off through the side exit door whenever one of the drivers is out there. And for context, her job doesn't require her to ever go outside for anything. I've met and talked to her husband multiple times. Again, he's a really nice guy. He works the night shift at his job and does freelance work on weekends in order to make some extra money to help take care of her and the kids. As much as many of us at the job have inside jokes about how much she cheats, I always feel bad for her husband because I am 100% sure he would be devastated if he knew what his wife really does all day. Well, in my opinion, the husband needs to know. And second, I wonder if those kids are his. And she is this so-called religious woman. These so-called religious gals are some of the biggest freaks. Tell me I'm wrong. You can't because I've seen it. I will read a few comments from this story. Quite interesting. This first comment, you should let HR know what's going on. She's creating a hostile environment, and if she's having sex on the property, it's immediately grounds for termination. Yep, they will get rid of her really, really quick. Here's the second comment. You should collect proof and tell the husband. It is also in the best interest for the company you work for as well, as demonstrated by the infighting. And she is a shitty person and a terrible manager and doesn't have professional boundaries, which can expose the company to lawsuits. Tell her husband and report her to superiors once you have the proof. Yeah, something like that will open up the company to a lot of lawsuits. Now, the next comment I'll read, there's a response to it. If it's really bothering you, can you tip off HR anonymously? Getting sacked for something like this might just let the cat out of the bag at home. Personally, I think people should keep their noses out of others' relationships. Telling the husband looks suspiciously like an act of jealousy or bitterness. It's nobody else's business. Also, blowing up their marriage will have a hugely devastating impact on the children. She should have considered that, but the whistleblower will have to live with the devastating consequences of their actions. If she's at it all the time, it's only a matter of time before someone tells her husband or she gets caught out. Now, this comment is in response to the last comment I read. Bad things are enabled by this none of anyone's business attitude. Congratulations for being an enabler. A much better standard is honoring truth. Enabling criminals, including cheaters, is a bad idea. Holding them accountable is the only correct answer. Rationalizing that someone else would do the hard thing is weak. Yes, it's hard, but the husband deserves the truth. Sleep well knowing you helped an innocent man know the truth. Help him as much as he needs it. He may not want help, he may not want truth, but he deserves the agency to decide. Currently, he is living a lie, and you're aiding that lie. The bad consequences are solely on the cheater criminal. The user should convey what they know to the victim, husband, ASAP, and know that they helped do the right thing. Yeah, that's a tough situation. You know, when someone is working really hard and that's all they're focused on is their family and their kids, and then they catch something like this that their significant other has been two-timing them behind their back, who knows what might happen. If you like this type of content, subscribe for more.